It's Monday, and everyone is expecting Jesus, the one who was greeted triumphantly yesterday on Sunday, to begin his mission of dismantling the Roman Empire, liberating the Jewish people. But what Jesus actually dismantles on Monday surprises everyone. On Monday, Jesus wakes up and makes his way to the most profoundly spiritual place in all of the Jewish faith. And the temple was this incredible, beautiful building, extravagant. Inside, it was 60-foot ceilings, and only a select few priests were invited to minister within the temple. In fact, just one priest a year was ever allowed into the Holy of Holies, where the presence of God rested. The temple was a place of worship and a place designed to bring the people into the presence of God. Just outside of the temple was the inner court. This is the space where Jewish men and priests would pray and worship the Lord and even offer sacrifices. And the next space out was called the outer courts. This is an important place where all people could gather and pray and worship God. Men, women, children, people of other nations, everyone was welcome. But something was happening in this outer court that betrayed that value, that was missing that purpose, and it stirred something in Jesus. That space was being defiled, it was being used in a way that it wasn't meant to be used, and Jesus intends to purify it. You see, the people, they shouted Hosanna for a king who would liberate them politically. But the work that Jesus was about to do was a profound and powerful work, but it was a spiritual work. And so on Monday, Jesus draws a line in the sand, not politically, not against political leadership, Roman leadership, but against the religious leaders of the day, the leaders of the temple. He draws a line in the sand that is unforgettable.
I see the King of Glory coming on the clouds with fire. The whole earth shakes, the whole earth shakes. I see the love and mercy washing over all our sin. The people sing, the people sing, Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. I see a generation rising up to take their place with selfless faith, with selfless faith. I see a new revival, and it is stirring as we pray and seek. We're on our knees, we're on our knees. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Heal my heart and make it clean. Open up my eyes to the things unseen. Show me how to love like you. Hosanna in the highest. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Hosanna in the highest. Hosanna in the highest.
When Jesus enters the temple courts, the outer courts that day, he notices something. Maybe something that other Jews had noticed and just never had the courage to say anything about. He notices that within this space designated for worship from people of all nations, women, children, everyone, in this space, it's been taken over and overrun by vendors and money changers. And this was corrupt, this was broken, this was unfinished. And Jesus sets about to the work of purifying the temple. This place of worship is being ruined by these money changers. And money changers aren't notoriously people of great reputation. So there's even dishonesty being practiced within this space of worship. The temple leaders have allowed this probably out of convenience. Maybe they're even getting a cut because the people closest to the inner courts are the ones who are probably making the most money. And so in this moment, passion consumed him. In fact, this fulfilled a prophecy of the Old Testament writers where it said of the Messiah that passion for his Father's house would consume him. So in this moment, Jesus takes a bold step. He begins flipping the tables of the money changers. It says he tied together a whip and chased out the vendors because this was to be a place of worship. In fact, that's what Matthew 21:16 proclaims. He says, "It is written, my house shall be called a house of prayer, but you have made it a den of robbers." Jesus was filled with passion. This bold move from Jesus stirs the pot quite a bit. Flipping tables, challenging the leadership of the temple, making a way for people. This move reduced barriers to worship for the people. He's not afraid to call what is broken, broken, what is unfinished, unfinished. Even if it would cost him his life, he's willing to lay it down for the work of God among us. Jesus believed so strongly in the invitation of all people to God that there should be no barrier between us and God. In fact, this is what he's come to lay down his life for. Can I invite you today? How can you reduce barriers to God in your life? How can you, with boldness, with courage, acknowledge the places where there are barriers between you and God that need to be made right? Maybe it's just a matter of reducing barriers for others, creating a compelling invitation to your neighbors, to your friends, doing everything you can to make space for them to know the God who saves.